Kuma. I shall grind beneath my heel all that exists. Let's stop losing. Imagine. What is happening right now? Lots of crazy luck is happening right now. Violence and punish. I hit focus attack. How many times is he gonna jump over my fireballs? Versus how many fireballs am I gonna throw? Okay. I hit one button, game. What is happening? Fine, I'll do even less button presses. Well, I got one hit. Imagine. I'll just spend the meter for no reason. I'm literally playing a math equation right now. Stand at the right range. Oh, I didn't dash. Oh. I definitely take that one. Slight variance, and he's not ready for a full jump, and he just eats it in the face. Instead of focusing the fireball, I forward jump the fireball. Really? Wow, I couldn't jab him out of that. Same mix-up third time in a row, fourth time in a row. Ow. Wow. I tried the chicken wing, which would have hit him and killed him, but I guess I didn't do chicken wing right. I can't. It's too laggy. I'm pressing throw tech, but okay. Interesting punish. I did not do that. That's -4, I think. Or is that minus like 9? Oh, my minus a lot more. I hit backdash. Okay. This guy does not have a neutral game. His neutral game is fireball, jump, walk up throw. Will he anti-air? Will he anti-air? I can't take throws. Woohoo! Well, the game let me backdash. Will he anti-air? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Oh. So stupid. Now we wait. It's just not throw taking. What? Oh, heavy kick. Heavy kick. Uppercut. Oh, it's too laggy. I can't land that link. I mean, he's just DPing every time. Okay. Ow. Woohoo! Uppercut. He didn't even uppercut right. Ah, yes, clearly it was your character that was the issue. What is happening? Oh, that was a punish. One, two, strike! Woo! Ah, the boom was still on screen. I tried to air throw him. Do something else, bro. Do literally anything else. Ah, he blocked this time. He's failing very simple tests. Ow. Oh. Oh, he won. One round. You like how his answer to footsies is just jump? Shoot! I sneezed and still anti-air. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. What? Ah! My foot just went through your face and didn't hit you. It's amazing how easy it is to shut down online monsters with just, like, 2 buttons. Ah. Huh? And what's dumb is he's gonna go back to just mashing focus to get through that now. And like, the strategy works with every character, you just... Oh. The exact details might differ. Wow, I'm getting real unlucky. Ah. Of course, the mid-screen light uppercut. Wow. Go Shoryu. I doubt this guy's gonna watch this video, but there are two huge things that I would probably say to you if you are watching. Both of them are like the game's fault. One, you have been doing things that kind of work sometimes. And you're like, okay, this must be good, I'm going to keep doing this. But you don't really ask yourself why things work or why things don't work. There are things that work on me that will not work against really, really bad players. Just because of the nature of how they play. And likewise, there are things that won't work on me, which work against everyone else you play against online, because I'm not those people, you know, I do different things. Which is a difficult concept to grasp, but it's not a matter of, oh, I'm a better player, therefore I'll win more. It's not that simple. It's not like you know, grind it out and then you get better gear, or you level up your character to get better stats. That's not the way fighting games are designed. Yes, you do level up and you get better, but it's not just done there. Like, theoretically, a newborn baby can pick up a controller and do the same things that Daigo's doing. It's incredibly unlikely, because, you know, Daigo knows what he's doing. He's doing it very on purpose. Chances are, you know, a monkey or a baby aren't going to be able to do that consistently, but it's possible. So really what you're leveling up is your consistency. And your intention. Right? So becoming a better player is not necessarily, okay, I'm doing this right now, and now I need to start doing this and stop doing this. That is a part of it, but it's not the whole picture, especially on a mechanical level. You need to start asking yourself why you're doing the things you're doing, and what is the opponent doing when I do these things. So it's not just the state of the game, it's also the state of the opponent, what the opponent is doing. Are you dead? It's close. So that's the first thing that I would say. Is that you need to adapt to the opponent. And that's impossible unless, one, you pay attention to what the opponent's doing, and two, you know why what you're doing is doing what it's doing. When things don't work, you need to ask yourself why they don't work, and when things do work, you need to ask yourself why they do work. And if there was anything better that you could have done. And you can do that by, you know, watching replays, or, you know, just thinking about what happened, paying more attention. The game has a really good built-in replay feature. You can see all your matches. Or you can, you know, watch high-level footage and be like, hey, I've been in this situation before. What did the high-level players do? And then go through the same process. The second thing that I would say is that you can theoretically win every game against every opponent, theoretically, with just a couple of options, right? Like uppercut beats a lot of things. But just because uppercut beats a thing doesn't mean if you think that I'm going to do that thing that you should uppercut. There are other ways to beat things than uppercut. Uppercut beats like everything that isn't blocking. So theoretically, you could play a game like, okay, I'll just uppercut whenever he's not blocking. Right? That is theoretically a way to play, and that's sort of what you're doing, but on a slightly more complicated scale. Where you have, you know, a few things that cover a very wide range of options. Like, there's no way for me to just do one thing over and over again without even looking at the screen and beat you, right? I can't just spam a fireball and then you just keep walking face first into it, you know. You're not that bad. But at the same time, you need to think about other ways of beating things. Specifically, you focus on, you know, standing hard kick, focus attack, jumping in, and then walking in and throwing me whenever I block. And that sort of constructs your whole game plan, and you can beat me with that, right? It's like a 1 in a million chance that you can beat me with just those things if you get lucky enough. Like, you can, but it's not a complete strategy. Right? There's other ways of beating this than focus attack. Right? And that's sort of an, like, ambiguous thing to say. Like, there's, like, hey, there's some stuff you're not doing. What am I not doing? What should I be doing? You know, what shouldn't I be doing? And that is a very big question to answer. And, you know, people always tend to say things like, oh, there is no right or wrong way to play a game. And I agree that morally there's no right or wrong way to play a game. But assuming you actually want to win, which is sort of the point of the game, of games, is to win. Or, you know, is to accomplish some sort of goal. Brrr. Right? Even if you're playing the game at like a fundamentally casual level, like you don't really care that much, you're still trying to win, right? combo. Because it didn't combo, he didn't block, he died. And, you know, there are objective things that you could do to win more often. Like, you know, if you start a combo, you do a better combo. Ow. Right, there's no reason not to do a better combo. Ow. Right? But then, like, once you run out of objective things to learn, which you still have a few of them, like, actual things that are like, yeah, you need to start doing this. Namely, anti-air. Like how I pressed the button and nothing no attack came out. Uppercut. I'm in the corner, so I had to get out. Okay. Like that, see? You can win. If you know, if I never block any of your uppercuts, and you always land all your focus crumbles, and then I never anti-air you. Like, it's possible. Come on, game. That's nothing. So yeah, there are objective things that you can work on, like anti-air and punishes, and, you know, better combos, better hit confirms, better reaction time, practicing more, not dropping combo. Like, those are all objective things that are really easy to think about. Like, yeah, if I do this, there's a very clear improvement being made. Ah. See, it's things like that where it's like your brain doesn't contain enough answers. So you're probably thinking, well, I better focus attack that. Because that's what you always do whenever I do pokes, is you jump or you focus. And it's like just very small changes in my strategy are enough to completely throw you off because you haven't thought about it before. Because you've never needed to think about it before. Because, you know, it's possible, well, maybe I don't know, I'll just uppercut, right? You know, you'll win 1 in every 20 rounds. And you'll be like, okay, I'm improving, I'm winning 1 in every 20 rounds. But then you're like, 5 years later, you're still winning 1 in every 20 rounds. And you're like, what's happening? Boom. What? So what types of things should you be trying? Because, like, if it's a matter of, oh, I'm always using heavy DP, I should use medium DP instead. Like, no, that's not enough. Like, what makes it useful to do other things besides the things you always do? So there's the obvious answer, which is, you know, the outcome, the reward. But then, like, what's risk? Like, what does risk mean? What is the risk of doing an uppercut? Well, the risk in English is, well, they can block it and then they can punish it. So people are like, well, that's a really big risk, right? Because if it doesn't work, you take a lot of damage. You get a full combo guaranteed. Whereas, what's the risk of doing, you know, a jump in? Well, the risk is you get anti-air, which is a much less risk. A much lower risk. But it's not that simple. Right? Because, like, well, what are the chances of it working? And you can't just say, oh, this uppercut has a 5% chance of working. And that just be the truth. Wow, really? Very interesting. But yeah, you can't just say, well, this thing has a small chance of working or a high chance of working. I mean, we can say in general, like, an uppercut has a relatively high chance of working because it beats most things. The only thing it really loses to is blocking. So it beats more things, but it has a higher risk if it doesn't work, and it has a fairly low reward even if it does work. Right? So there it is, you're doing focus attack. And, you know, it's a fairly high reward option to beat pokes. Like, what if I jump? You know? What if I don't poke? What if I cancel that poke into another move? Don't throw a fireball. I told him not to. And I could just, you know, give you the answer. I could be like, well, if I'm Seth and I hit standing medium kick and you're at this range, you can hit crouching medium punch. And it'll whiff punish it. But you have to worry about the spacing and the timing. And you have to know that I'm going to hit medium kick and not, you know, crouching medium kick. What? Okay. That's a really good example of an uppercut not necessarily being, you know, high chance to work. Like what is the chance that a player like me is going to block on wake up? It's pretty high. I block pretty often. You know, sometimes I uppercut or I backdash. You know, or I'll teleport or do something else. But like, what are the chances of me hitting standing medium kick when I get off the ground, right? Like, that's extremely low. I would probably never do it on purpose. Whereas there very well may be some other Seth player out there who is very likely to hit standing medium kick on wake up. I don't know. It could be. I mean, we've been playing a lot, like dozens of games. But the question is, are you paying attention to what I'm doing and what I'm not doing? Or do you not care? Stun? Shoryuken! Or, do you even know what to look for? Woo! Like that. I bet you weren't looking for that. Or that. Or that. Or that. Or that. You know? Like, I wonder how much of that you actually remember. And that's really difficult. It's really difficult to do things like that just on the fly. Like, oh yeah, I was in this situation, and then that led into this, and then that led into this, and that led into this. And I mean, theoretically, after getting put in those situations over and over and over and over and over again, you'll be like, wait, what happened here last time? Oh yeah. But that would be much faster if you watched replays, if you watched match footage of high-level players. Because in those environments, you don't have to worry about dropping combos and reacting to things. Oh. Yeah, see? And, you know, something that can really help is to, instead of thinking about each specific situation as its own thing, you can kind of group them together. And that's where frame data, concepts of frame data, are really, really, really helpful. And as soon as I say frame data, most, like, or not most, but, you know, a very large group of people are like, no, stop, I can't listen anymore. But there's two parts to frame data, and there's the boring memorization number part, and then there's the frame data concepts part. Which apply to every single fighting game in some fashion. And will greatly help you in your decision making. It's like, okay, this move is +1. What do I do when I'm +1? These are my options, you know. What is he doing? Go shorty. Ow! Like, was that really a good choice? You were dead to 1 anti-air. Once again, your defensive option is just uppercut. That's another really important concept, is that just because it worked doesn't mean it was the right choice, you know? And just because something didn't work didn't necessarily mean that it was a bad choice. That is especially true in games like this, which suck. And have so few options. The game is too simple. Wow. Ooh. Ah, no ultra. Ooh, got me. Not dead. Okay. Like, yeah, if you want to win by jumping over fireballs, it's great. You can jump over fireballs. What about blocking the fireball? What about neutral jumping the fireball? What about focus attacking the fireball? That was a punish. Oh, he actually won a game, see? It's possible. It's probably more possible when I pick a low health character. Just because there's, you know, more randomness in there. There will be games where I win instantly with the double perfect. That's minus on hit. Ow. See, I'm doing the same strategies. I'm doing the same stuff. I just don't have wake up teleport, but I have more HP. You know, my combos are different. Ugh. Ugh. And it's not the case that, you know, there's some ultimate strategy, like, that is just, like, strategies aren't necessarily better or worse than other ones. But what I can say is that being able to use different strategies is never a bad thing. Right? If you go from point A to point B, where point B is the same as point A, but you have greater potential, where you're capable of doing something else whenever the situation calls for it, that literally cannot be worse. It has to be better or the same. Ow. Wow, that throw range is insane. But yeah, there's no... You can't... Your strategy should depend on the opponent, as well as the state of the game. Right? If your opponent's just doing non-stop DPs, you know, you should probably block some. Whereas if you're playing against a different opponent, maybe not so much. Maybe they never wake up uppercut. Right? You should adjust the frequencies of your decisions based on what you believe the opponent is capable of. Oops. And again, that's a really, really big task. A really... You could break it down to its logical components and be like, okay, mathematically, if I think the opponent might do this, but he might also do this, I'm like, you know, I'm 37% sure, like, you can break it down that far. But there will be situations that you're in and where you're like, I've felt this way about my opponent before, and you know, you can have it thought out in advance, so that you don't have to actually do the calculations. Like, in the middle of the match? Oh, wow. Oh. Uh-oh. I'm dead. This sucks. Hey, he blocked it. Come on! Oh, he uppercutted. He uppercutted. Let's see how he handles the sim. This is a horrible matchup, but let's see how he plays it. Uh-oh. Dong. I jumped, come on. Yoga teleport. Ow. Huh. Ah! She meant to do that. This video is really long. probably keep playing him, but then like not put it in the video. I don't know, it could be a long video. Let's keep going. Ah. The lag. No. Oh, that's massive input delay. Yeah. I'm dead. Oh no, we got delay base netcoded. It's okay-ish now. Not really. Why did that hit me crouching? Oh, I didn't get the medium kick, but it was enough to kill anyway. Oh. Yoga! You cannot dodge what you cannot see. Wow. Jiasen. You can't focus anymore, bro. Oops. You can't focus anymore. You can't focus anymore. You gotta do something else. You could technically one frame focus ultra or something stupid like that, but ah. Wow. Interesting. That should hit. She tank hits. I'm dead. Just kidding, he's dead. Oh. Oh, it wasn't in crane. It wasn't in crane. Actually, I think you can still do Ultra 2. Maybe not. Oh, the lag. Ah. Ah. Super. Ugh. Ugh, the lag is getting worse. I couldn't block that. That didn't seem right. Ow. Am I dead? Ugh! He used Hadouken. Well, he's not dead to this yet. This Ultra just doesn't kill you. What a dumb game. Whoa. Ah. Oh, I can't cross him up. Chester! Ah. Oh. Huh. Got him. Ah. 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 Chester! I'm dead. I just got murdered. Oh. Oh, it's so laggy. Why EX Fireball? Ah. There we go. Ow. No way. I did an empty jump, but it still punished it. Alright, well, it looks like he's done playing. So I'm going to take this chance to end the video now before it gets even longer. I hope you enjoyed that nice, beefy rant about how you can, you know, get stuck online feeling like you never improve. Because I've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of players just like this guy at, you know, different points along that journey. Some of them are, you know, worse than him, some of them are better than him. But they're all in the same sort of category where, you know, they went down this one path and they're like, okay, I'm gonna keep playing this way. And then they hit a wall, they're like, how do I get better? I can't get better. And they need to take a step back and go backwards and go take a different path. A path that, you know, doesn't have that wall there. And that's really hard to do because, you know, you've seen progress going along this one path and like, okay, this must be the right path. And it's really hard to say to yourself, maybe all of this work that I've done is useless and I need to just throw it all away and go try something else. That's really hard to do.